Hey guys, my name is Mac. I like to talk a lot. So full disclaimer, I finally finished building this kit, which is something that's been in my backlog for a while now, and it's been highly anticipated for me, and that is the high-grade Future Century Gundam Maxter. Now, as I've talked about many of times on my channel, I absolutely love G Gundam. It is the first Gundam series I ever watched. It's a series I grew up with, and of course, I love the Gundam Maxter because he is representing America in the 13th Gundam fight. And when I initially recorded this video, well, I think I was a little overly excited because it ended up being 43 minutes long. So we're gonna redo this and try to cut it down because I don't blame you guys if you don't want to watch a 43-minute long review of me just ranting about this model kit and G Gundam in general. So we're gonna do a shorter version. So yeah, let's get into that. Okay, a few things I want to say before I got into this review. First of all, as always, I have to start off with an apology. I feel like I have to make these every couple of months. But yes, I've been extremely busy with work. If you don't know, a little bit of what's been going on with my life, I recently moved. And I've been working in a new job. So I've been going for about 3 months now. So I'm an athletic trainer. So basically what I do is I work for a hospital and provide coverages for games and stuff at high schools. So I work full-time at a high school, but I'm employed by a hospital. So, in case anything happens, like during football games or whatever, like we're gonna be the first ones there to help treat the kids. And we'll help them get through any types of injuries. So like with sprains and, broken bones and that kind of stuff, we work with the kids with that and make sure that they can get back to their sports. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and right now with football season being in full swing, I've been extremely busy with that. So that's kind of my excuse for why I haven't been able to make a video in a couple months now. But I do want to say, holy shit guys, if you saw my post that I made for when they revealed the Mandor or Mandor Gundam, that has absolutely blown up, and at the time of this video it is at 8.1k views, which is insane to me, and it makes me extremely happy because that means you guys are just as excited about new G Gundam model kits as I am. And man, oh man, the fact that they decided to throw that kit out there as a complete surprise when we were all expecting the Bolt Gundam to be the next release is absolutely crazy, because that means that any and all G Gundam designs are now available and are now not off the table to be made into model kits. Like the fact that they chose the Mandor Gundam over Bolt Gundam is, again, a move that nobody expected. So hopefully that means we'll get to see more releases in this high-grade Future Century line, such as the Tequila Gundam like everybody wants. And like I said, there's like just a ton of other wacky, crazy, cool mobile suits that they can pull from. So super exciting times to be a G Gundam fan, and this high-grade Future Century line so far has been excellent. And yes, the main complaint has been with all the Shuffle Alliance kits so far being P-Bandai, and I imagine all future releases is going to be P-Bandai, but we do have some center releases. So in case you forgot, there is a high-grade Future Century Shiny Gundam, there's a God Gundam, there's 2 versions of the Noble Gundam with the regular version in the Berserker mode, which I'm really surprised that they didn't make Berserker mode a P-Bandai. And then of course we got the Master Gundam Influence Psyche. So all those are standard releases, which means you can easily find those. But with these kits, the Rose Gundam, the Maxter Gundam, the Dragon Gundam, and now the future release Mandor Gundam or Mandor Gundam, they're all going to be P-Bandai. Which, yes, it does kind of suck for us in the US market because getting these kits are a little bit harder, but it's definitely not impossible because they do have the P-Bandai USA websites where you can pre-order these kits. So I would say if you can jump on pre-orders, definitely go ahead and do that because you do not want to miss out on these kits. And with these kits being premium Bandai, that means that Bandai is allowed to put a little bit more effort into these kits. So we get a ton of accessories and just extra weapons and stuff that you wouldn't usually see in a standard release. So again, super exciting to be getting these kits. It's something I always dreamed about as a kid. And without further ado, let's talk about this one right here. This is, of course, America's sweetheart, the Gundam Maxter, piloted by Jiminy Crockett, which is, yes, the most stereotypical American name that Bandai can come up with. And a little bit about this design, if you don't know or you haven't seen G Gundam, this is a football, boxer, surfer, all into one mobile suit, and it is absolutely amazing. Now, it's not my favorite design from G Gundam, but it's definitely up there for me, and super iconic, and it's just super unique looking. So let's talk about it, and we're going to first talk about the details. So let's zoom in a little bit here. And one really cool thing about this kit is that it is almost completely color separated. So we get barely any stickers, which the only stickers we do get is mostly for the head and a couple on the backpack. So obviously we got the eye stickers there. We got the forehead camera sticker, as well as a small sticker on the back of the head, which you probably won't be able to see. And then the rest of the stickers are all on the backpack, like I said. So let's go ahead and take that out, the backpack or the Coriander. Take a look at that real fast. So obviously we got the green for the cockpit. We've got these two ugly yellow stickers here on the sides, which I don't know, I might or might not keep on. And then there actually was two additional stickers that actually wrap around here on the sides of the white thruster pieces, but I just forgot to put those ones on, so I left those off. So yeah, here's just a quick look at the Coriander. It's pretty basic. All of the white thrusters and everything here are separate pieces of plastic, which is nice. As for the actual cockpit itself, it does fold down. So the way it works is it is kind of on a sliding mechanism, so it kind of slides down into place, and it kind of flattens against the body of the core fighter or Coriander. Sorry. So this is what it looks like in its Coriander form. So it kind of flies around, and obviously when it's time to get into the Gundam, you just flip the cockpit back up. And it's a little bit more complicated because of that sliding mechanism. So you kind of have to open it and then slide it back down like that. And then again, you kind of have to play around with it just a little bit, and then get it back into the open position. And the switch fits right back there in the back. It's not perfect, but it is a pretty solid connection there. So it usually does stay in place, although maybe I just didn't have it pushed in all the way. So let me try that again real fast here. Well, strangely enough, it's actually not wanting to stay in. So, but I mean, you get the idea. It does stay in, just don't shake it too much right now. It's actually holding in there pretty well. So there's the Coriander for you. Taking a look at the rest of the mobile suit, of course, we get the iconic football face mask there. We do get the kind of football looking shoulder pads and chest piece. And all the blue, like the blue striping that you see on the shoulders, the blue going down the legs, and the red just kind of wraps around the knee and to the back of the calves. Is, like I said, all color separated pieces of plastic, which if this was a standard release, or if this kit came out a couple years ago, I can definitely see these being stickers. So it is nice to see these as plastic. And then going down to the legs, I mean, nothing else really to say about that. It is a pretty standard Gundam, but again, it just has the foot shoulder pads, and you can clearly tell what it's trying to represent here. So and the green jewel here is also, like I said, plastic. So again, this would definitely also be a sticker if this was an older release or a standard release. So there are some benefits of it being premium Bandai. Like I said, it gives Bandai the ability to kind of put a little bit more effort into it, and just release these almost perfect representations of the Gundams that we all know and love. So let's get into the articulation really fast here, and then we'll get into all the accessories and gimmicks. And we got a lot to talk about here, so let's not waste a lot of time and get straight into it. So head can go up and down, side to side, rotate. Pretty simple. It's on a ball joint. Shoulders can of course rotate a full 360 degrees. It is on a pivot joint, so we can kind of move in and out. Go up about that much, and then with the shoulder pads, it just kind of limit it a little bit. You get rotation here at the biceps. You get the double joint at the elbow, so pretty nice there. Wrist, of course, rotates, and then shoulder pads can also kind of rotate and wiggle around. There's on tiny little ball joints in there. As for the waist, you get some rotation as well as some up and down and side to side. Again, just on a ball joint. The front skirts do move separately. It does not have any side skirts at all, and the back skirts are actually fixed into place. Now with the hips is on this kind of weird mechanism to where the hips will kind of shift forward and back. but they do move together, which is something I'm not sure I'm a big fan of. I think I'd rather have separate hip swivels, but these ones do kind of move together. So with that, the hips can kind of kick out about that much. Going back, you can only get about that much because the back skirts don't move. And obviously, because there are no side skirts, he doesn't have any limitations with that, so he can do the full splits pretty easily there. And then he also has a thigh swivel. I have been having some issues with this thigh specifically, because the way it is, it's basically just 3 pieces sandwiched together. So we got the blue plastic going down the middle, and then these two kind of sandwiched to keep it in place. But you might have saw that this one kind of started to pop out a little bit. So just kind of be careful with that. Make sure it's all the way pushed into place. But like I was saying, we do get some thigh rotation there. And then the knee bend is obviously double jointed, so you get a nice bend out of that. And then getting to the feet, it is kind of on a double ball joint where there's a joint up into the leg and there's a joint down into the actual foot itself. So we get some up and down movement pretty good. You get a little bit of rotation inside to side, and then the ankle guard can also move separately as well. So that's what it for the articulation. You can basically get in any kind of pose you want it to be. Is it perfect? No, but it is, like I said, pretty good for any type of poses that you want to get it into. And now one thing you might notice is obviously the chest armor fell off, and that kind of reveals the main part of the boxer mode with the boxer bare exposed chest. Now the way this is supposed to actually attach is there is a sliding mechanism in here. So basically what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to pull out the chest, which would reveal a little peg or little hole for the little tabs on the side of the chest to plug into. But it's not a very good gimmick, and I can never actually fully get it to come out. So I kind of just put it in, and it kind of holds together by friction. So it's not like a perfect fit, and it does kind of make the chest kind of protrude out a little bit more. But that was the only way I can get it to work. And the little mechanism in the chest, it's not very well executed in my opinion. So that is one strike I'd kind of say against this kit. But other than that, I mean, there's really not too many issues with it. The other thing I will mention is these small thrusters I have noticed will occasionally pop out. And also this small piece of blue plastic I've also had pop out a couple of times. So be very careful with that, because you do not want to lose that. And I would definitely recommend gluing some of these pieces in, like this blue stripe going down the middle. And then maybe even gluing the thigh armor together, make sure it stays together. But yeah, other than that, I mean, pretty solid kit. Articulation is good. So with that all the way, let's get into all the accessories and get into all of the fun gimmicks that this guy can do. Okay, so let's talk accessories, and as you can see, this is everything that comes with this kit. So there is a lot to talk about. So let's get started first with the hands and kind of work our way up to the crazy stand here that you see. Okay, so very quickly talking hands here, we do get a total of 3 pairs of hands. So we got the closed fist that's already on the Gundam. We got a pair of open hands for holding the revolvers. And we got these more action style hands here. So we got one where he's kind of more pointing, and then we got this other kind of more open hand here. And these are more for when he's doing his surfer pose. So that's about it for the hands. Again, don't want to spend a lot of time talking about these. So yeah, let's get into the next couple of accessories. Speaking of revolvers, let's talk about these next. So very basic, these are just 2 pieces of plastic snapped together, and he can obviously hold them in his 2 open hands that he has. All you gotta do is take the hands apart, put them around the handle, and then put them back together. And it does also have a peg, so you can store it on either side of his hip. So there's just a basic pose to give you an idea of how he looks holding his revolver and how it looks on his hip. All right, next up, let's talk about his infamous surfboard shield. And this thing is very impressive color separation wise, because like I said, everything here is done by separate pieces of plastic. So the yellow's on the front of the shield, yellow going down the bottom part. We got the green kind of jewel piece there, the gray thrusters, and the red. So yeah, very, very nice looking shield. And then on the back, we just got very basic gray, and we do have a little flip out handle here, so he can hold the shield. And he does hold it relatively well, so kind of surprising there. And now obviously the main gimmick with this thing is that it obviously also turns into a surfboard. So one thing you can do is you actually take this green piece off, and what it reveals is a hole so that you can actually plug it into the stand here. So it just plugs right on in here. And then he does come with extra pieces, so we can obviously have him riding on the surfboard. So let's show that off now. Okay, so here you have him doing the famous surfing pose, and just to kind of save you the time of going through the process of getting him on the surfboard, it is a little bit finicky, but basically the way it works is that we do get these gray connector pieces that kind of help lock his feet into place. So you attach the gray pieces to the bottom of the feet, and then at the bottom of the gray connector piece is actually a peg, which will line up with any of the grooves that you see here at the bottom of the surfboard. So you just try to stick the peg into the groove, make sure the foot connector stays attached to the foot, and it does result in a pretty solid connection, so he's not gonna be going anywhere. Obviously you won't be moving it around too much, but yeah, looking pretty good there. So surf away, Maxter Gundam, surf away. All right, and the final thing to talk about is getting it into his super mode or boxing mode. And we're gonna recreate the final kind of punching scene that was shown off on the box, and that's utilizing the stand here and all these extra connector parts. So let's get into that and talk about how to get into the transformation. So it's not anything too crazy complicated. So the first thing you wanna do is you wanna remove the football shoulder pads here. So these just kind of come out. Like I said, it's a little peg that attaches into a hole, so it kind of in a way acts like a little ball joint in there. So you're gonna take both of these off. Next, you're gonna take the chest piece off, which again reveals the boxer mode chest. And then from there, you wanna basically strip him down of basically all of his armor parts. So the front skirts will come off, the knee guards will also come off. They just kind of pop off here very simply, and then the ankle guards will also come off, and these are just two pieces snapped together. So you just basically detach the part where it's attached there, and then you just slide these off like so. So you're going to take all the arm parts off here, and then we're going to get it into the final pose. Now, one thing to show off is actually the I forgot what these are called, but the extra kind of basically brass knuckles, if you want to call it that. So these are on very delicate sliding mechanisms, so you want to be very, very careful when moving these around. But the way it works is this will basically pop out here, and then this will kind of move forward and then to the front, and then it will cover the hand like so. So you can kind of get it to use his, I think these are actually called the fighting knuckles. So fighting knuckles, which is like the first part of the boxing mode, until you get the shoulder pads and convert that into the full boxing gloves. So here he is with the fighting knuckles, and one really cool thing you can do is you can attach the extra punching effect part here. So the way it works is you might notice there are some grooves on the inside here, and this basically just attaches by friction to the knuckles here. So this attaches on like that, so you can have him look like he's thrown out a power punch here, or I forgot what they call it, bursting machine gun punch or something like that. So that's how you attach the effect part there. And then next up, we're going to talk about how to actually attach the boxing gloves. So with attaching the boxing gloves, what we want to do is you grab the shoulder piece here. You see that little peg there that attaches to the shoulder. You're gonna actually want to flip it down, and that reveals this tiny little tab here, and that is actually going to plug into the knuckles here. There should be a little hole right in there, and that's where the tab is going to plug into. So you take that, you plug it in, and this might be something I have to do off camera to save on time. Okay, so a quick correction I need to make is you're actually supposed to have these into its original position here to attach the boxing gloves. So the way it works is the little tab here on the inside, it actually plugs into the hole right in there. All right, and here is how he looks with his boxing gloves. So he's basically already in full super mode. So what I want to do is I'm going to get him into his final pose, get all of the extra arm parts off and displayed, and show you how it all looks together. Okay, so here is the Gundam Maxter and its final pose with all of the armor flying off, getting ready to do his final kill shot with his punch. And this is how I'm going to keep the kit displayed. So here it is. As you can see, all of the orbits attach onto these extra parts in a specific way. So in the front part, we do have the chest piece, and we got the 2 front skirts. Then on the sides, you can attach the shoulder armors up top here. They all just kind of plug into place. And then we got the knees and the ankles down there. So that's about it for this kit. A really fun kit. Is it perfect? No. It's just a little bit delicate in certain areas, so I would still be a little bit careful with posting this guy around, but he's still a ton of fun. For me, it's extremely nostalgic growing up on G Gundam and loving Jiminy Crockett and the Gundam Maxter and all the cliches that come with it. Him being a gunslinger, boxer, football player with a surfboard is such an American thing, and I absolutely love it for that. So for the casual fan or someone that's like not a huge Maxter fan, I still would recommend it, but if you are a G Gundam fan like I am, you owe it to yourself to buy all of these releases. I don't care if they're P-Bandai. Yes, it sucks, it's unfortunate, but support this line, and maybe down the line we will see more kits like the Tequila Gundam. Like I said, everybody loves the Tequila Gundam, but if we show Bandai that we like this series and we like the kits that they're producing, they'll definitely make more from this series. So if you're able to buy the kit, show some love. I definitely do plan on getting the Rose and Dragon Gundam, and obviously the Mandor Mandala Gundam when that comes out. So stay tuned for those reviews when I'm able to get those kits and build them up and everything. I'm super excited to get these kits, get them on display, and I think by the end we're gonna have an awesome G Gundam display here. So yeah, super excited. Stay excited about G Gundam, support it, and more exciting stuff will be coming down the line. So anyways, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like, leave a comment if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and as always, subscribe as well as turn on the notification bell. We're actually so close to 500 subscribers. I actually just checked today, and we are at the 490 mark, which is absolutely insane. And I know a lot of you guys are new here, and you actually came from my short. So if you did come from that short that I posted, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys enjoy my reviews and my content. And like I said, stay tuned for more G Gundam stuff coming soon. And yeah, let's keep the hype going. So anyways, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.